Welcome to the Linguistics Show, where we talk about life, love, and everything else. There's always something to talk about with this couple, so you never know what may come out of their mouth.
Hey everybody.
Again with the intro, we're already recording.
We're just talking about randomness.
That's what makes it good. Haven't you ever seen an episode of Seinfeld?
Yes, like
That's
one
what makes
episode.
Well, that I guarantee it was good.
Maybe I've seen two because I had the mailman who was the neighbor.
Newman.
Okay, I don't know what his name was.
Newman.
Okay, so
It's Jerry's nemesis.
we need to just do a few clips, and so I know that we're really funny.
A few clips.
Snippets. 'Cause I'm about to take this
snippet,
podcast
I'd rather-
worldwide, baby.
I'd rather go with clips than snippets.
Snippets, okay.
I'd rather worry about clips. Top
Okay.
down. Crossing. I couldn't even get through it without laughing at myself. See, I tried to use a musical punch.
Oh,
and then I couldn't even get through it. That's how goofy I am. I couldn't even get through my own joke. So imagine that I'm the one who's actually funny here, and then my significant other, that I'm related to by marriage, tries to tell jokes, and she laughs at her own jokes, and they don't even be funny though.
Hey, laugh with me like at me. Laugh as a laugh.
They don't even be funny though. But she still laughs at it.
Okay.
And the thing is that we're all laughing at her laughing.
Hey, that's
at her laughing at her joke. And so then it actually becomes funny because when we think about it from her perspective, we're like, oh yeah, that was funny.
I'll take it.
That was funny.
Is that how I sound?
That was. No, that's not how you sound. You sound like what you just sounded like. That's what you sound like. It was funny. That's what we sound like when we actually sit and think about what you actually tried to say just now.
I'm doing clips. I'm just doing like random clips.
You're just doing random clips.
I'm taking this podcast worldwide, baby.
Okay, Pusha T.
Taking
these random clips. That's what we're it really couldn't be random. It was only going to be Pusha T or the other nigga. Like.
Okay, so speaking of clips, we're on our anniversary dinner a couple of years ago.
Oh my God.
Jason swears up and down it was one of the clips. There was only two.
So who's the other one?
They're from Norfolk.
Therefore, you should definitely know. They're probably your cousins.
They probably are.
They probably your cousins.
They probably are related to me.
I guarantee that Bama last name is Knight. Come on. And we about to look it up. We about to look it up right now. Hey, okay.
So if I have any
okay, Google,
right
what
now.
is Pusha T's last name? Google, his name's Terrence Thornton, so that doesn't count.
We don't have any Thorntons.
Well, Thornton's probably the other family that went to your high school. That went to IC Dorcom. And now everybody from Virginia gonna be deleting this podcast. I'm sorry, okay? I say random stuff out of my mouth. It sounds funny at the time. I mean no disrespect.
It's part of who he is, and I've grown to love it.
You should.
So speaking,
funny guy. I've actually been told by a known professional comedian that I should be a comedian as well.
That little D guy that says
Yo cousin
Lil Duval. Oh, CJ.
You said Lil Duval. I don't know Lil Duval. I know a lot of people randomly, but I can't say that I know Lil Duval.
I forgot about the professional comedian.
Damn cousin. See, that's how you know. That's a major difference between myself and Karal. So, I grew up in an area, where it's pretty mixed. A lot of different kinds of people came from a mixed family. So, we didn't always get along. The one side much smaller than the big side. So then, as everybody gets older and starts to pass on, you don't really have much of a family left. This young lady, on the other hand, has at least 48 cousins. And your mom has
48 in one city where we live.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. It's only 48 in the DMV. No. If we start talking about this Virginia and North Carolina and Connecticut and all these other places, then you got where I don't even know where Brian at now. You see, then you got people. They all over the country. I can't even keep up with y'all. But that's great to have all of these connections. It really is cool to be able to go to different cities, and you always have somewhere to stay or somebody to go get a beer with or have dinner with or go do your laundry at their house if you're on a road trip. Whatever the case may be. That's cool. So, that's a long story short way of saying that, yes, she has a whole bunch of family in Virginia, so we apologize ahead of time for talking about y'all people from Virginia. But
y'all.
we live in Maryland, so.
Repping the DMV. Now, he says 48. I'm going to say maybe about 400
Yeah, I was talking about 48 that just live within driving distance.
in
Like,
the DMV.
I mean, like 48 that we could pop up on in the next 20 minutes. I'm talking about, you talking about all of everybody like that. So, I mean, I'm talking about, I came from a family where it was my grandmother, my aunt, and my two uncles, and my father, and that's it. To marrying into a family where they have a family reunion with 750 guests every 3 years.
It's the conference every 3
It's
years.
a conference. It's an educational conference.
Yes, it's educational and fun every 3 years. Now, he has jokes, but it's not uncommon that I see or that he sees random cousins at the gas station, the movie theater, on the sidewalk saying,
On the sidewalk while I'm at work, like just random. Yes, I'm always bumping into one of my wife's family members. The thing is I got the mixed factor working for me, so everybody thinks I look like somebody.
Now, you already know who I think you look like.
It doesn't matter because there's like 12 more. I guarantee every single day. This is one of those things, man. And everybody will if you're mixed, or at least if you're light skinned with straight hair, you'll understand, and curly hair, you understand what I'm talking about. But there's always every single day someone stops me. Hey, didn't you graduate from so and so high school in 1980? Ever? I'm like, no.
I was 8, sir.
Right, I was 8 years old. Like, what are you talking about? Didn't you used to live over there off of this street and that street? No, I grew up in Maryland. Like, no. It's one of those things. Like, you're mixed. And you kind of look like I do. You always remind somebody of somebody else. And so, this young lady likes to bring up a famous musician. I mean, there are like 3 other musicians you could put in that same boat as well.
The backstory for the listeners, because actually one of my college friends pointed this out to me first, and I was like, "Oh, he kind of does look like him," and I've taken it from there and I ran with it.
And see, this is where if we were broadcasted on TV, there would be a side by side, a picture of this musician and a picture of myself, and everybody wouldn't realize that the only thing that's even similar about us is our skin tone. So, like, let's be real. So, my wife actually thinks that, I don't think she thinks I look like Fat Joe.
No, you don't look like Fat Joe.
But I remind her of him or something of that nature.
Fat Joe's cousin. Now, to me, Fat Joe is not a bad looking man at all. So, Jason looks like he could be Fat Joe's cousin. From certain angles.
I mean, are you trying to say that everybody who's Afro-Latina looks like we're related?
Maybe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. See, and there you go. And that's why growing up in black neighborhoods, I always look like I'm related to somebody, went to somebody's school, played on this college team, did something with somebody. I'm like, no, I'm none of those people. And to be honest, if you were trying to name a musician that I say that I look a lot like, I would probably say, what's the name? French Montana?
No, you said it before. I disagree.
So
he looks short, first of all.
I'm talking about like facial features. I'm not talking about the fact that I'm 6'1", 6'2". I don't know how tall that man is. The nickname French Montana, so he probably is a little guy, but that's not the point.
Oh, I disagree with
I just don't think that I just don't think that I look like Dom Cartagena at all.
His cousin. So I think that you do. It's not a bad thing, and so. They have the dynamic duo of Fat Joe and Remy Ma. And so if we were ever rap stars, our alter egos would be...
Look out for Halloween 2022.
Bam! There you go. Come on, Remy and Fat Joe.
So there you go. I could just continue to keep wearing stuff from out of my closet. I've been doing Halloween from out of my closet from like the last 10 years. I don't buy costumes. I wear the shit I already got. And it works every time. You just gotta be creative. You, on the other hand, are going to have to learn how to freestyle or something, because you can't be Remy Ma and not have no bars. Well, you can't be out here.
She is my favorite rapper anyway, but
you
I
can't
tried
be,
to rap. It didn't go too well.
Give me a verse. Give me a line. Give me a bar. Come on, if that Remy's your favorite, you got...
Crickets. Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp.
But actually, speaking of me trying to be a rap star, back in my freshman year of college, I was being bold because, at times I'm not shy. At times I'm too talkative and I'll do that. Is there a challenge? I'll do that. Don't count me out. I'm not scared. So, Kiwana and I made a music video.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember the music video?
I remember that. I remember that.
Are you saying that?
No, I remember that.
It was terrible.
It was fire. It was fire.
Maybe she was okay, but I was terrible. But we had to get to...
They were both terrible. But that's okay. Because we gave a great effort.
That was back in the days when we had VHS. So that joint's gone. And somebody's
I guarantee it exists somewhere. I guarantee it can be found.
Maybe in a box of stuff
It's
in this house.
somewhere where it can be found. A box of stuff in this house? Oh, man. Speaking of boxes of stuff in this house, why is there still so many boxes of stuff in this house? We moved in this house in 2019, and between my wife and my 3 daughters, I still have boxes and totes full of stuff
I
that
do
are
not
still...
disagree. I agree 100% with that in the garage.
I was unpacked within 3 days. It's been almost 2 years, and they are not unpacked yet.
But everyone who knows you well knows that you have spatial issues. Like, you want things to be put back together, like, almost immediately.
I'm not OCD or anything. I just believe in the feng shui. It makes me feel calm. I like it when things are calm. I don't like chaos as far as my living spaces or working spaces. But I'm definitely not OCD. I'm not the type of person like, no, this has to fit right there, or like, no, my day's ruined if I can't fold my bed sheet properly and it has to be a 2-inch cut. No, I'm not that type of person. But I definitely don't like chaos in my space. It definitely makes me uncomfortable. That's true.
You've done a great job, I think, 3 times now of reorganizing the boxes that we pull out in the garage so they're neatly stacked against the wall.
I just want to be able to put my car in the garage. Like, full disclosure, I just want to be able to put 2 cars in my 2-car garage.
That's all. 1 car.
I just want to put 2 cars in my 2-car garage. That's the only thing. I mean, we bought this house. I got a basement space and a 2-car garage. That's all I want to do is put my 2 cars in my 2-car garage. That's all I want in my life. Just have 2 cars in a 2-car garage.
Let's make that a goal for by spring of next year.
I hope somebody hears this, because when I bring it up, she gonna act like she don't know what I'm talking about.
No, there's proof now.
There's proof now, but that doesn't matter, because I'm hoping that somebody hears this, because it could clearly be recorded over. I know how digital media works. The point is that when I still can't fit 2 cars in that garage, by the time we get to spring, and the definition of spring is what, June 31st before it turns into summer. When does it turn into summer? July 7th? When does summer actually start?
Was I saying the end of spring or beginning of spring?
You just said spring.
Yes, I was like, meaning
you
the beginning of spring. You probably did say
the beginning of spring. You probably said the end of spring. I just heard spring. I pulled a U and just heard the part and didn't listen to the whole thing. Yeah. I apologize sincerely. That wasn't nice, but it was, at least I admitted that my wrongdoing there, and I am willing to move forward amicably. Yeah, I had a there you go. I had a whole issue just now, and I'm the one with the vocabulary here. I'm just hanging out. I had a little bit of coffee, so I am kind of energetic. I'm bouncing off the wall. I had coffee and Halloween candy. Watch out now. All of y'all should be worried about me for the rest of the day.
And we have some cheer wine too. Thank you, Cookout, for turning us on the cheer wine.
Yeah, man, cheer wine is dope. Like, I had no idea, man.
Only sold at 1 grocery store in the whole DMV.
Dog,
Safeway.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
First of all, it's Giant.
No, it was Safeway.
No, so then it's at the Giant. That's where I used to get it, was the Giant.
I got that at Safeway.
At this one right here?
Yes.
Man, look. So, yes, as Carol said, thank you, Cookout. We'll talk about Cookout in a few minutes, because, I'm from somewhere, and I know people who be from other places be like, hey, yo, have you ever tried this kind of food? You got to get that kind of food. Like, all my people who be on the West Coast, like my man Matt, always be talking about, oh, yeah, you got to try that In-N-Out. You got to try all these different kind of burger places that we don't have out here. And then all you people from down south be talking about, oh, you got to get you some Cookout. You got to go to get some Rallies. Like, we don't know Rallies is Checkers.
True.
We know that Rallies. We know what Rallies is. Rallies is Checkers. We know about that. But what I'm saying is that, like, when you go to different places, you try different foods. And so we did try Cookout. We had it twice, actually. So the first time we had Cookout on road trip, spring break. And so we pull up to the thing, and I was on my non-soda kick at the time. I wasn't drinking sodas. I was just drinking waters. It's a good thing. I mean, fellas, drink water. Stop drinking soda. Trust me. But anyway, we pull up to Cookout because we're like, okay, we're going to try a different restaurant. We couldn't find Biscuitville. That was the first thing.
Those joints whack.
No, man. And from what I've heard from our daughters, Biscuitville cranks. Biscuitville rock. Biscuitville is dope. So, like, that was one of our goals when we went on this said field trip, is to try all these restaurants that you don't have in the DMV. So, Biscuitville was on the list. Cookout was on the list, even though there kind of is a Cookout in the DMV. If you're willing to consider Fredericksburg as Northern Virginia, which most of us aren't. But if you're willing to do that, then yes, there is a Cookout in the DMV. There's also a Waffle House in the DMV if you're willing to consider Frederick or Fredericksburg as part of the DMV. I think that the rule is if you get more than 2 counties out, you're not DMV anymore. Sorry, Calvert. Sorry, St. Mary's. Sorry, what's that out there? Sorry, Howard County. Like, you guys, Frederick, all of y'all people. Like, sorry, guys. Y'all not in the DMV. It's like a MoCo, PG, Charles, Arlington, Alexandria type, Fairfax maybe type situation. Loudon? No.
Yeah, Manassas.
Manassas is not part of the DMV. Manassas is actually another country. When you get that far in the western part of Virginia, everything changes. Manassas is not part of the DMV. Fair Oaks Mall is the cutoff. If you're going west, if you gotta go past Dulles.
Yeah.
If you gotta go past Dulles, you're not in the DMV no more. If you had to go past the airport, you're not in the regional area. Matter of fact, that should be a rule for all cities. Going forward, we stamping that. We need a better sound. That sound can only be for one thing. We gotta get a better sound. We gotta find a better sound. So the point was, if your airport is outside of your metropolitan area, that's not your airport. That's just like a regional airport. Case in point, we have one. It's called BWI, Baltimore Washington Airport. Baltimore Washington International Airport. Thurgood Marshall. Okay, Miss Black History, ma'am. You know I was going to add that on there. I'm doing it in the official. The point is that it's 45 miles away from damn DC, and it's like 25 miles away from Baltimore. It's neither one of our airports. It doesn't make sense. It's so far away from everything. And then Dulles isn't much further either. That's why I like to fly from Reagan. It's right downtown. Just makes life so much easier.
But Reagan's so small.
I don't care. I can park there, ride the train there. I'm good. But anyway, we tried these different. See how I get on tangents? See how that go? I can waste a whole half the show just talking about some shit that wasn't even on the topic we was talking about, and then come right back to the topic. So the point is that we were out of town, and we was on a road trip with the kids, and so we got Cookout. And so, yeah, it was actually like overrated. First of all, y'all menu board is off the chain. Like, how do you even order off this menu board? It's just so many different things all over the place. Oh, you want a plate? You want a combo? You want, wait a minute, you can get like a combo plate? Like, you can do all these different things with different sides and different ways to put things on your burger. But then if you just decide to do whatever you want on your burger, you can do that too. And I'm just like, man, it's confusing. But anyway.
It's very overwhelming.
I'm not going to say it's not good. Let me take that back. It's not good because there's levels to this. Like, everybody would regularly agree that you put McDonald's on the bottom of, well, that's like the one step below McDonald's is like school lunch burgers. So like if you was getting like your burger at school lunch, then that's like, so you got like school lunch burgers. Then you got them frozen joints you get from Murray's. So people in the DMV, stop buying them burgers from Murray's. If you buy them burgers from Murray's, I'm telling you, we not eating your burgers. Your cookout.
Has good burgers.
If you buy that orange box from Murray's, everybody's gonna look at you. Everybody's gonna look at you and be like, why you buy these cheap ass coasters? Why you buy these rice cake burgers? Like, these Jones is terrible. They don't even taste like meat. So
you learned the hard way that the building trash
man, did I learn the hard way? You can almost kill a whole cookout. So then third worst is McDonald's. Anything on McDonald's menu. And so that there's levels to this. So then you get all the way up into your Five Guys levels, or like those sit-down restaurants like Red Robin that really specialize in making great burgers, you know what I mean? Or like mom and pop shops, like those are everywhere. We have a few of those in the DMV. Like if you're ever downtown in the city, there's one, for example, Ollie's Trolley. Like they have great cheeseburgers. They make them right there.
Is that still even open?
Oh yeah, it's still open. It's still
Oh.
open. I pass by it all the time. That's how you know you telework. She teleworks. She doesn't leave the house. She doesn't have to go downtown anymore. I have to go downtown every day, but that's my job at any
I'm working for the past year and a half, and I love it.
So anyway, so yeah, cookouts, I would say it's like it's in the top half of good, but it's not great. But anyway, that's not what we were talking about cookout. We were talking about cookout because my wife was going to drink my soda because I didn't want a soda. I was going to drink my bottle of water. I'm trying to be healthy, right? So I said, okay, I know what she likes. She wants a cherry Coke. My wife only drinks 2 sodas. She drinks Dr. Pepper. She drinks cherry Coke. That's all it is. And she only drinks cherry Pepsi if there is no cherry Coke. And so since she told me that Pepsi causes cancer, that is not a real actual scientific fact. That's just what I was told.
I read it in an email chain many years ago.
And it was an email chain, so you know it's real. The point is that my wife only drinks certain things. So with my little combo, platter, plate, whatever, and that's the other thing about cookout. They give it to you in a basic styrofoam junk that's just like you went to a cookout. So props for their packaging and marketing skills, because it does give you like, I just came from my cousin's backyard vibes. It gives you those vibes. The food itself does. Like,
I never thought about that.
Yeah, like
Right.
that's like that. That's, I give y'all props for that. And you know what? They had dope milkshakes too. I give them that too. But so I'm like, okay. And what kind of drink you want with your platter plate thing you getting, sir? I said, well, I get a cherry Coke. Oh, we don't have cherry Coke. You want cherry wine? I was like, okay.
Now, let me just add that Jason will try new things.
Oh,
I
in a
am
heartbeat.
very apprehensive about trying new things.
In a heartbeat. Like, I mean, like, all she was asking was like, yo, do you want to try this other soda that's like this? So, like, imagine you pull up to, who's somebody who has Pepsi? I don't even know who has Pepsi products anymore when you do a drive-thru. Who does Pepsi products? The point is like, I want a Sprite. Oh, we don't have Sprite, but you can get a Sierra Mist. Well, damn.
I like Sierra Mist now.
The point is that I figured it was an alternative to the cherry Coke. You know, you have the cherry Coke, you have the cherry Pepsi, and it's not like one of these off-brand sodas or whatever. It sounded official. Cheer wine. I was like, okay, get the cheer wine. And so we get it. And, you know, they give you the good ice in their cup. If you don't know what the difference between the ice and the good ice is, and then you on the wrong podcast, my friend, because this is Black podcast, so we know about the good ice. So it had the good ice in there, and it was all full up, and it was looked at the cup. It was a refreshing looking beverage. So she took a sip of it. She was like, I don't know. And I was like, what? Because I was like, what? Because I'm driving, and I'm driving in an unfamiliar area. I'm in the middle of North Carolina, in between University of North Carolina and Duke University, and this is not, you know, this is by no way, stretch or means the DMV whatsoever. This is nowhere inside the Beltway where I'm comfortable. And so when I get out here in the middle of nowhere in the South, I start to feel a little anxious and nervous about my well-being. And so I'm really watching my corners and lights and things like that. And she's like, I don't know, what's that? And I'm like, yeah, what? And she's like, taste this. It don't taste like cherry Coke. I said they didn't have cherry Coke. It's cheer wine. What's cheer wine? I don't know what cheer wine is. I'm trying to figure out where damn Chapel Hill is. So anyway, I taste it. I was like, what? Take a good long sip. You know how you take a sip from a soda and you got a cup with a straw. I took a nice long. I was like, yo, this is good. This isn't just good. This is good. This is good with a T on the end. It's G-U-U-T. That's really good. When something's really good, it's good. And that was good. That's what my mother-in-law told me. Good.
That's what she said?
Oh, yeah, Debbie said that all the time. Debbie, Jason, you put your foot in that. That's good. That's just how she would describe when I make lasagna or something of that nature.
I was thinking the same thing about
you put your foot in that, son. That is good.
Make
just like that. And there's like a little dance to go with the and it was good. But anyway, I was like, yo, this is good. This is great. So we realized as we drove around down south, this was our whole spring break thing with the kids. We drove around down south, did some Black History stuff, did some college visit stuff, trying to just expose our kids to some stuff outside of the area, because we both love to travel and we want our kids to, experience that sort of thing as well. So we're riding all around down south, and we try these other different restaurants. So obviously we had to bring the kids to Waffle House when we was in Atlanta. So we had to do Waffle House. What was the other restaurant? Oh, Zaxby's. We go to Zaxby's. See, you even hear how I said Zaxby's though? Like, we don't even got Zaxby's up here, dog. Like, we don't got no daggone Zaxby's. But you hear how I said it, automatically I sound like I'm from the South. Zaxby's, and it was good. Like, the chicken was good, and we had it. We were driving from South Carolina down to Atlanta. We got Zaxby's. The whole truck got quiet. And when all them girls stop arguing in that truck, and wifey stop arguing in that damn truck with them girls, and it's quiet, and I can hear this damn radio, that mean that chicken was good. And it was. But guess what I got to drink when we was at Zaxby's?
Some cheer wine.
A damn cheer wine, you know it. I got a damn cheer wine. And then when we left from Atlanta, and we go to Waffle House for breakfast. What did I get? No, I got coffee. I should have got a cheer wine then. I got coffee when we got Waffle House. I guarantee they got cheer wine in the South. See, that's the thing.
It's like Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House. Waffle House sell regular food too. Just don't nobody dumb enough to order that shit. Like, we getting waffles at Waffle House. That's like going to Red Lobster and ordering a steak. What's wrong with you? You get waffles at Waffle House. You don't go to Waffle House and get a taco. Or if you do, that's something. Get tacos at Waffle House. What if they had waffle tacos at Taco House using their waffles? They'd probably be pretty good. But anyway, we realized then at that point that cheer wine was something that I was going to have to try to figure out how to obtain. So a couple of different rest stops along this journey around down south, I was able to get cheer wine from vending machines. Cheer wine. It's really, really good. It's one of the best sodas. It's basically cherry soda. It's not really like cherry Coke. It's like cherry soda. And now it's been my mission ever since to find like a 2-liter. Because you get these little 4-packs or 6-packs. This is a glass bottle. Like, this is some ancient shit. Like, this is a collectible. Like, I shouldn't even drink this. But I really got to find like a 2-liter cheer wine. Now, if you're from the DMV, you have experienced Rock Creek soda before. We have our own little...
That's the best, cheapest soda ever.
It literally is the best, cheapest soda ever. And it comes in every flavor. And they have off-brand flavors of your favorite flavors, too. It's kind of like when you go to Safeway or Giant, and they have their store-brand version of your favorite flavor. So, like, for example, instead of Dr. Pepper, you get Dr. Bob or Dr. Thunder. Or, like, instead of Mountain Dew, you get Mountain Shoutin' and things like that. Like, yo, like... Those are good. And heck, that's really creative on your little marketing thing to make people still realize what they were getting themselves into. However, it's not the cheer wine. So that was part of the highlight of our little trip down south, the cheer wine.
On this episode, you had a bit of this road trip preview. Stay tuned for next time, because we're actually going to be talking about the whole story. Is it spontaneous or is it predictable? We've got to see. But first, a question for you. Is there really such thing as a family-friendly strip club? We'll see.
If you enjoyed this, like, comment,
subscribe, and share to the Linguistic Show.
This has been an Ashangali Enterprises production.
Co-produced by Naomi, music by Brassville.